All right, so this is a little bit different format than I'm used to. Typically I'm at the office or at my desk at my house, and I am videoing there, and I have nice light set up so you can see my face really good. Today I was way too busy for that, so I am out and about, but nonetheless I have to carry on and film the last episode of Learn or Die Fortnite esports edition, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm gonna call it. Sounds good. But anyways, so in the beginning of this episode, you see a bunch of Fortnite shooting happen and me taking people out, which is big for me to give an update, the final update of this journey. I now average 1 kill per game, which is big for me, coming from the fact that I usually average no kills per game. And my old stats were 256 games total that I played Fortnite. And it sounds like a lot, but really that's not a lot of games, 256 games. Because I typically don't really play a lot of video games. I enjoy playing them when I can, but I typically don't get a chance to, and I don't get a chance to really dedicate time like I did with Learn or Die. But I had my old stats, which were 256 games, and I got 65 kills total out of all 256 games that I played in my whole entire history of playing Fortnite. And so typically I wasn't getting any kills, but I now average at least 1 kill per game, which is big for me. And long story short, I'm pleased with the results, and I'm pleased to show people that with even 1 hour a day, and the reason why I'm doing Learn or Die with only 1 hour a day for a month is because I want to prove a point to people who say they don't have time to learn things that they want to learn, or do things that they want to do to either better themselves or just learn a new hobby or do anything. And that is that, typically they say that they don't have time to do it, and I beg to differ. I feel like an hour a day is really not a lot of time to consume of something that you want to do. And typically we are scrolling through Instagram or scrolling through Facebook for an hour, 30 minutes, or even 20 minutes, where if you replace that time with learning something that you want to learn, then you will learn so much stuff that you can't even put it in your mind right now to know how much stuff you can learn by even studying 20 minutes per day. But I chose the hour a day, and yeah, it's just really the whole basis of this channel is to learn, and the whole basis of Learn or Die is that even with a small amount of time you can learn whatever you want to learn. You just have to really be persistent at it and do it at least once a day. Learn that thing for a little bit of time each day, which that's the whole point of Slight Edge, the book. I've mentioned it before, my Tuesday Tips. It's a great book. Read it if you want to really get an idea of how even doing the littlest thing for something that you want to do, that it compounds and builds up to, gaining that knowledge or gaining that body you want, any of that stuff. But anyways, that's the whole point of this show. this is the last episode of Fortnite, the Fortnite edition, and I have yet to have recorded the challenge, and the challenge had to change. I couldn't find a competition, which is unfortunate, but I instead chose to do 1 hour of me attempting to get 5 kills in a game, which again doesn't seem a lot to most of the people that are regularly playing Fortnite, but to me, if I could get 5 kills in a game, that would be huge for me. So that's the challenge, and again, I haven't recorded it yet, so I don't know what the outcome is, so we're both gonna find out. So I'm about to play that challenge now, and then at the end I will recap, close out this whole month of this journey, and we'll introduce a little bit of next month's. And so let's get into that. We'll introduce a little bit of next month's. And so without further ado, this is how I am going to do on my challenge. Let's find out right now. Alright, so I'm trying to play Fortnite to do this last challenge, and I am having an issue, and that issue is that I started playing Fortnite with a mouse and a keyboard, and that's all I've been practicing for the last month. Now the issue, as I will show you in a second, is that the mouse and keyboard works when I try to start a game, but once I go into that game to play, I can't use it. It doesn't work. It won't do anything. As you see, I just used the mouse to start this game, and so I've been trying for the last 20 minutes to see if I get it to work, and I am ultimately gonna have to use a controller, which is really sucky because I have not practiced on the controller. So I am pretty positive that the 5 kills thing isn't gonna happen unless I get lucky, for that simple fact. But maybe I'll record another shot at this when it goes back up. But as you see, the mouse and everything, it registers. So like if you look right here where it has a B, that means that it's doing controller. But if I move the mouse, it moves to the key bindings for the keyboard, but the mouse and keyboard do not work. Therefore, apparently I'm going to have to use the controller, and that's unfortunate because I did not practice at all with the controller, but life goes on. Let's finish this journey. Alright, so this final challenge was a bust. As you've seen when I explained on the video, as I was in the process of playing, the keyboard wouldn't work, and I typically play the game with the keyboard and a mouse hooked up to my Xbox. But for some reason, whenever Epic Games decides to post a new update, it seems like the keyboard and the mouse don't work for a day. Like, it'll register it, but it won't allow me to play with it. So I was stuck playing with this, which I haven't played with the controller this whole entire month. So it didn't go as planned. I got 1 kill, so I didn't get my 5 kills that I wanted, but life goes on, and so is this journey. So I'm moving on. That's the end of Fortnite. It's the end of the esports journey of this month. Come Monday is the beginning of the new journey, and I'll give you a little hint of what it is if I can find it. Where is it at? So next journey, if I can get it out, is going to include this little buddy. And I'm really pumped about it. It's gonna be me learning how to play harmonica. I have no idea how to play harmonica. I've owned a harmonica in the past, but I've never practiced to play harmonica. And so this next journey, all of February, is gonna be me learning to play harmonica. And at the end of the journey, it's gonna be a challenge that actually works out, because I'm going to go to a city and I'm going to play harmonica on the street and try to raise money as a street performer. And any money that I earn doing that, I'm going to donate to a charity. I'm not sure what charity yet, and I'm gonna double the money because I'm probably gonna make like $5. So I guess at the least I want to donate a decent portion. I don't want to just donate $5, but that's what the plan is. So hopefully I can become good enough at the harmonica to raise more money, because it would kind of be cooler to watch it unfold of what I learned over the month and all that good stuff. So this was the last of esports. Moving on to harmonica. Check me out in the next one, and we will see you while I do a little music journey. So catch you later.